Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello. I'm looking at this image and I'm like, whoa.
I'm actually not sure where this is from. So this actually came out last week and people were asking for our opinion on it. I was actually out of town for like a week, but apparently a Pokemon artist is condemning anime fan service and says anime needs to be more like Marvel and Disney. Basically, that they want to go quote unquote woke with anime now, which, to be honest, we've heard from multiple people that they're trying to sort of tame anime over in Japan. People are like, that's never going to happen. But there are people in Japan now who are coming out and saying, you know, maybe the anime needs to be more pure.
Please explain.
So, Japanese artist Keiko Moritsugu, I think, has worked on character designs for the Pokemon games. It was a CG artist for Doraemon, and she's been virtue signaling online in hopes of getting the attention of social justice warriors, quote unquote, to signal boost her message that condemns sexy fan service in anime and props up the socio-political messaging that runs rampant in Western animation.
Oh, yeah, because it's doing so well for Western animation, but go ahead.
Right, so apparently she reached out because she was very angry. The one angry gamer did this. She's not a train card artist.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, okay, good to know.
They did a story about her Twitter thread that was originally published on April 25th. The thread received more than 1,000 likes from the Japanese section of Twitter. This is what she said, because most people aren't going to be able to read this. Disney and Marvel films are in a position where each year they improve their quality because they take actual societal issues and incorporate them into the middle of the script while interweaving them into difficult criticisms of the world.
Okay.
Japanese animated films are not capable of doing that at this time. How do we blend in erotic fan service to swindle otaku out of their money? Seems to be the current methodology to produce content in Japan.
Well, it's not completely untrue, but you know, they don't go to the extreme of the picture usually.
No, this is an attitude that has already been adopted by some Japanese studios. Dead or Alive 6 producer, the Dead or Alive 6 producer openly stated that they toned down the female characters to look more cool and less sexy. Yeah, Dead or Alive was known for the longest time, the fighting game series where the boobies bounced.
Yeah, I remember
physics.
I remember, yes, people were upset about that. Yes.
So they wanted to make it look more like the Marvel comic book movie costumes. This obviously didn't go over well with the fans, compound with other issues that led to the game tanking on the market compared with previous outings. And that's not even discussing Sony's censorship policies. Yeah, Sony's been censoring the heck out of games. So the responses from the Japanese were pretty clever, with some of them saying that Star Wars is no longer any good. The fandom menace.
In Japan.
The Japanese arm of the fandom menace. Oh my god! They're taking over the world! It's no longer any good. Marvel has become lapdogs for Disney, which is why we likely won't get a proper Punisher depiction. They also joked that maybe Endgame would have been better if they had Elsa singing a song. Others were were a lot less accommodating to her comments, with another industry professional hoping to tell her to take their SJW agenda back to America. Shut up. Nobody wants to watch anime and be reminded of social problems and crap. We want to see big titty schoolgirls blow robots up with tanks while wearing cat ears. Take your SJW agenda back to America.
I'm sorry.
That needs to be a t-shirt. We want to see big titty schoolgirls blow robots up with tanks while wearing cat ears.
I like the cat ears part.
That's the best tweet.
I like to see girls in tanks with blowing up robots. That sounds like fun.
That's the best tweet I've ever read. Of course, there were some white knights. Okay, this dude's not even Japanese, I bet. Another SJW types that came out to her aid, championing the anime had declined due to fan service. I mostly agree with your assessment of anime these days. I'm not sure I would agree that following Disney and Marvel would be better, but the ridiculous fan service and stuff needs to go. Well, you know, I don't know. He seems like more of a fence sitter. She went on to criticize the culture. Well, okay. Went on to criticize the culture, stating that if something like Zootopia was made today in Japan, it would be criticized for being too feminist and aimed at minorities. These days of I can't read this with a straight face. These big titties and robots. These days, if you made a movie like Zootopia in Japan, I think people would get all worked up about it online, say things like, kill the feminists. Oh my god. And wait, this movie was only made to please minorities, but there's nothing wrong with that happening. It shows the movie had social relevance. Actually, it did really well in China.
But I don't. Okay, of all the movies you can pick, Zootopia. Zootopia. Zootopia, there wouldn't have been a place for big titties and tanks in Zootopia anyway.
I would watch a Zootopia with tanks. I don't know about the titties, but...
Well, it'd be kind of weird because these animals have multiple boobs.
Right, so I'm trying to read this without... I can't... She also goes on to criticize the anime for its jiggly bits, where the females have boob physics, noting...
Because, reality...
Noting the animation of the female characters is made to be eye-catching for men, which she believes is deceiving, because the anime refuses to dive deeper into gendered relationships because they might be exhausting.
What?
She criticized Violet Evergarden because she notes it's all about the animation, not about the meaning. The only thing that she says is somewhat correct is the anime isn't as influential in Hollywood today as it was in the 80s, 90s. Kind of, sort of. I don't know, because now we're actually getting anime movies that are decent. We had Alita and Detective Pikachu.
I'm surprised she isn't having a fit about Alita.
So, of course, the comments from Moritsugu were caustic, since she is basically angling to promote the typical sex-negative anti-fan service rhetoric that has taken over the entertainment. Okay, so here we go. What's this clown dude? Checks her work history. 1 CG animation job. 5 character concept art jobs. Nothing for years. Explains a lot. Same shit as we have here in the US. That's not a completely untrue statement, though. Because there are a lot of people who complain on Twitter who really haven't done a lot. There are people who are working in the American animation industry that really haven't done a lot, but as soon as they get in, they decide they want to change everything.
There's some people who didn't do a lot and then come in and ruin things like She-Ra.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man. So, I don't know. I don't think this is going to fly in Japan, but I think as, we talk about Crunchyroll and Funimation and their leanings, and it seems like I think they've got like a worm tongue kind of whispering in their ear over there, telling them this is what Americans want, and if you want to sell these shows to America, you better be more. Yeah, but that's not the
truth, though.
Doesn't matter what the truth actually is.
I'm saying that's what some people want, but that's not the majority of people who watch anime. Honestly, those people are probably not the ones who watch it.
But the thing is that that's really kind of a gross mischaracterization of anime fans. Not every anime fan wants big titties and robots and cat ears.
I know, but not every. But let's be honest. Most anime, for the majority, isn't like that anyway.
No.
She's picking out the most, the examples that fit her narrative the best.
Right.
And then because most they might have skimpy outfits on the girls sometimes. Like, Fairy Tail, she's got the half shirt or whatever, and the short skirts. They do that a lot. But a lot of it isn't the way she's describing it. They might have jokes in it. They do that, and they do it towards men and women.
Yeah.
But like the thing that you kept trying to scroll past because it was distracting.
I don't want to get demonetized. I'm just saying.
That's not a normal thing you see in most shows.
No, like we've been watching Shield Hero, which is excellent, and it gets a lot of flack for being too masculine and kind of taking pot shots at SJW types and the Me Too movement and all that. But you don't see the jiggly bits like that in Shield Hero.
The one that I think seems to be dressed the trampiest is the sister.
The princess, the bad guy, Mime,
Yeah, that's about it. The rest of the characters, I wouldn't say they're dressed inappropriately or anything. It just, to me, you might see short skirts and stuff, but for the most part, Sailor Moon, they weren't going around. You had the Uranus and Neptune, but even they were handled in a way, they weren't cousins, by the way, if you haven't seen the actual Japanese one. And no one cared. And they weren't handled in a bad way. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that you guys are like making a mountain out of a molehill.
Or you're making mounds
titties out of buds, I'm just saying.
You're making titties out of buds.
I'm just saying, you're making it out to be something way worse than it is. This woman.
Naofumi has a big titty shield. Raphtalia, quick!
Slap. You have to edit some of this one.
No, I don't. I'm not showing it. I'm just talking about it.
Oh God.
We're just talking about it.
Anyway,
when we talked about boobs earlier, we talked about, and I'm spelling it BEWBS. But we talked about boobs earlier with Tifa. She's not going to have boob physics in Final Fantasy VII.
I'm just like, for the majority of the shows, a lot of them aren't like that. Are there shows like that? Yes. But I wouldn't say that the majority are.
No. And that's dumb. I don't know. So this is what's going down, people. So over in Japan, you got some folks who are sort of jumping on that quote-unquote SJW bandwagon, and they're getting roundly...
roundly.
thumped. Being roundly sort of squished down painfully with tape.
Ouch. That's what she wants.
The boob sticks up, gets hammered down. It gets the corset.
We need to stop.
Okay, we're gonna stop. Please subscribe to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, views, rants, gaming videos. Hopefully, no more Jiggly-Bit videos.
I just don't understand why everybody hates boobs. Anyway, okay, I'll talk to you later.
That's just why does everybody hate
Why are they all
boobs?
hating on boobs?
What boobs do to you?
Right. See you later. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.